Welcome back, eye candy lovers, to week 15 of the Garden Fresh Screenshot Showcase, featuring the amazing photographers of my Discord community. What a week it's been. This past week I became partnered on YouTube and affiliated on Twitch, so I'm in a good mood. In the meantime, my Discord community has been pumping out beautiful screenshots like nobody's business, so we have a lot to get through, so how about we get right to it. Of course, before I get started, I'd like to give a big thanks to my newest patrons, the Alpaca, Brandon Williams, and Cassian HC. Consider joining them for exclusive cinematics, early access, and the happy feeling of supporting your favorite tomato. Now for our first feature this week, Toter Candy takes a far-out shot from the outskirts of Loreville. The main structure provides a solid depth to the picture, and there are a lot of small details in the foreground to focus on as well. Next up, we have newcomer Bapal, I think, with an interior shot of the same city, showing off some armor and weaponry, and heavy, shallow depth of field. Here, Njada takes a cinematic shot of one of the most interesting buildings in New Babbage, Shubin Interstellar. Newcomer Flax provides a great shot of two constellations in formation over my favorite moon, Magda. The lighting is great in this shot and it looks quite familiar to me. Maybe from an upcoming video? Wink wink. Burrs this week provides a really cool look at the Carrick, with nicely captured ground fog and the moon peeking over the mountains in the background. Awesome framing. From the far reaches to the dense city, Burrs takes us to a bus stop on the most densely populated planet in Star Citizen. This is a unique angle with a lot of diverse lighting. That combination makes this a very interesting take. This space station shot from Furious Sky is proper space opera, let me tell you. I really like the color grading in this shot, giving the whole scene a much colder feeling to go along with the solitary nature of the lone space station. From there, Furious Sky gets much warmer in color with this long shot of the impeccable Aberdeen. Really like the way the sunlight is bouncing off the atmosphere. Newcomer Arrowboy has taken us downtown for a shot of the police cruiser Cutlass Blue during the golden hour. Fantastic use of focus here helps to highlight the details of the ship exterior. Another from Arrowboy, providing a look at what you see when you open the front camera on your Mobiglass. Nah, but this is a very clean look at a pretty cool armor set with some good focus on the character. Newcomer Anno gives us some insight on what an intense hacking mission might entail. Besides the two standing guard in the foreground, I almost missed the actual hard worker in the back there. Sneaky. Ash Rider, for their very first feature, pins two Gladius in front of the high-tech New Babbage for a nighttime photo shoot. The opposing paint jobs add a lot of diversity to a fairly simple shot, and the focus makes it all the more pretty. Newcomer Osaka posts this awesome color-shifted picture from Area 18. The shot itself is very well staged, but the coloring reminds me of that early 2000s action-adventure game Psy-Ops. I loved that one. I gotta play that on Twitch one of these days. This week, Crom provides a really cool isometric view of the Vanguard in orbit over a moon. The details captured here are sweet, and I'm really digging the bounced light. Crom again nails another close-up shot on a ship, this time a caterpillar. The lighting here is phenomenal and the whole shot just expertly catches the Drake style. Panels, exposed machinery, railings, all things you can find on my upcoming ship guide video this week. Hazgaha beams us up to a shot that looks like a Star Trek promotional. I don't even know where these effects came from, but I'd like to see more of them, please. Seriously. more. From blue to orange, Hazgaha takes me back here. Seriously, I'm nostalgic with this shot because it reminds me so much of Area 18 when it was still a module in the menu. Seriously, go look at a video, it's got that same vibe. Also, this makes ArcCorp look so much more varied in its architecture than normal. A great shot. One final picture from Mr. Hazgaha. An expressive face inside an incredibly detailed cockpit with a planet in the background and a space station in sight. Seriously, how many awesome things can you fit into one picture? Newcomer Carlton takes great advantage of the sun's light in this picture. It's so subtle but so much appreciated. You almost miss the light rays flying past the constellation. Another shot from Carlton with a freelancer weathering the heavy winds of Hurston right before a takeoff. Good Punk this week is showing off the frozen plains of Microtech with a beautiful bird's eye view of what could have been great had the terraforming process not sucked. Lux Tenebrae for their freshman week drops a really cool shot of the Carrack with a subtle focus on the scale of the ship. It dominates the hangar bay and looks like a beefy carrier of a ship in this picture. Another shot of the Carrack from Lux here, this time in transit in high orbit. The contrast of the quantum blue against the subtle red running lights is appreciated. Lisanx is stuck on these portrait shots from last week, but I'm glad for it. This is another great shot with a focus on lighting and a subtle but very interesting background. The facial animation also adds some realism to the shot. Sir Toady this week does that bad thing where you look at the sun. Poor life choice, but great choice for a fascinating picture. The refracted light on the horizon looks really nice as well. Revan Parker goes full ambient movie opening scene here, with a great focus on the diffuse lighting of this cave system. Then there's this shot from Revan, and holy crap is the lighting here pristine. I'd like to see this made into a full-time video production, and that's only partially because I'm the subject of the picture. Newcomer Jules gives us a close-up shot of one disgusting looking face. The facial expression is a cool addition, and the lighting and shadows cast across the character make for a very dynamic shot overall. The Space Coder this week drops a stealthy murder scene on us as witness to a crime. I like how subtle the murderer is in the background over there. Another awesome shot from the Space Coder tells a story of a lone agent in a bit of what I like to call a Big Benny's twist. It's an awesome setting with great atmosphere and a story to tell, as always. This photo from Verpin shows the beauty of the Cutlass Red in a rather dirty environment. The lighting and atmosphere are great here, and of course, a sunset is always a nice background. And another one from Verpin showing off one of the expansive orbital space stations currently available. The planet in the background is very interesting, and the shadows shrouding the space station adds a bit of mysterious tone. The Jump from Red Solstice. Definitely a very cool concept for a picture. Looks incredibly difficult to set up, but dang if he didn't nail the timing. I love the scale, the vibe, and the concept of this one. Another shot here from Red Solstice, a very particular shot of a cave, with some slight blurring playing with the perspective. I really like the lighting at the cave entrance and just the overall unique nature of the shot. Splooshy this week takes an awesome shot of the Gladius flying out over my favorite moon, Magda. I really like the off colors of the ship and, of course, the beautiful tones of the moon. To finish off the week, Phoenix LaCroix takes a phenomenal mining shot with a daunting scene. but captures a rather intimate shot of some hand mining activity in the bottom corner. A very pleasing picture overall. This week was a long one, but a good one. We saw a lot of newcomers as the garden continues to expand quickly. You can always join us below and become a gardener yourself, submitting pictures and playing the game with us. Or you can hop over on Twitch and join me there to talk live and play with my group as we enjoy Star Citizen and other sci-fi games. And if you do enjoy Star Citizen, whether it be for the cinematics, the development updates, the opinions, or gameplay, make sure to subscribe to Space Tomato for more weekly content. And of course, a big thanks to my top supporters, the Alpaca, TK, and Patrick Burt.